Chef got it different, my hezzy is different. Just watch how I split the double. Let's go. Yeah, I'm not a fluke. I'm packing my stats. I'm averaging triple doubles. I'm trying to level up, level up. My level is way, way, way up. I'm trying to level up, level up. My level is way, way, way up. I'm trying to level up, level up. My level is way, way, way up. I'm trying to level up, level up. My level is way, way, way up.
What's up, 2K fans? We are live from the heart of DC and home of the NBA 2K League. Welcome to the AT&T Game Day Show. What's up, everybody? Shout out to everybody tuning in on Twitch and YouTube. Welcome to day 2 of the NBA 2K League 3v3 playoff presented by Google Pixel. I am excited. Harris, how you feeling?
I'm feeling great. We had a great day 1 of playoffs. I'm hoping we can see a little bit better three-point shooting tonight, but that's okay. We had some wonderful gameplay, and we get to see Lakers Gaming and Orlando Magic. Orlando Magic. We get to see the 1 and 2 seed tonight, so I'm ready to go.
Listen, I am ready to go. I'm super excited about tonight because this year is the 3v3 playoffs, and the prizes gets bigger and bigger. In the finals, we got $550,000 up for grabs in the SoFi NBA 2K League prize pool. And the champion on Saturday will walk away with $200,000. I got to make a friend.
Can I get $5?
I got $5 for you. Anybody that won, you guys are my new best friends. All right, so listen, last night was a crazy night. We said goodbye to Knicks Gaming and to Pistons GT. The Rim Runners beat Knicks Gaming to stay alive. Bucks upset at the Pistons in a stunner on the main stage. A lot of trash talking, by the way. The top teams, like the T-Wolves, they handle big business. They were standing on business as expected. Needless to say, the sights and sounds from our main stage were not lacking the slightest. Let's take a look.
We got people here. Let's have fun. Bring the energy on the side.
We're better team. Don't play scared. 1, 2, 3.
Whoa!
Family. Battle. Yeah, I know. Give me that! You can talk. Hey, y'all can talk. Hey, he can carry you every game. They need one. He needs one. It doesn't matter.
No, it ain't. I'm about to show you. Let me play the game a little bit. Drop or something. Do something. Let me play the game. That's the game. Two more games. Come on, man. Drop.
Let me play the game. Listen, you gotta love Connor. I think his trash talk is at an all-time high. He said he was gonna send him home, but looks like he got sent home.
Yeah, it was not to be. Look, I'll say this: the Pistons, they were who we thought they were.
So let's talk about this. All right, what was your takeaway from the night?
Man, just that the three-point shooting was really bad. And, I mentioned this to close out the night last night, that I was waiting to see, out of the teams that we saw in night 1, are any of them currently up to the task of taking down Lakers Gaming and Magic Gaming? And for what we saw in night 1, that answer is still no. Now, we're going to get to see both those teams tested on the big stage tonight, but there's still that visible gap in gameplay. Now, again, our shooting was way down for the regular season, almost 8% as a league down on stage from 3 last night. So I'm interested to see today, how will teams adjust? How will teams create more open shots? And what will Lakers Gaming and Magic Gaming look like as they get their own playoff run going? There's a lot on the line tonight. Tonight is a very interesting night of the playoffs. It's not Friday night. We were trying to get to Saturday. It's not the first night of the playoffs. This is the hardest night of the playoffs. You have to stay locked in. You have to stay determined. We're going late tonight, so you really, really have to lock in today.
Listen, you definitely have to lock in, and I can't lock in without just me and you, Harris. I got to bring up my guys, Dirk and JT. What's happening? What's going on, JT? I'm feeling this haircut, and oh, look at you with the white sweater on. How you doing?
I'm doing good. I'm feeling much better than yesterday. Okay. Yesterday was a little, I'm thinking I could just rough it out, but it was tough. But right now, I'm feeling good. I'm happy to be here. We've seen 2 teams go home yesterday, and neither one of those teams were our community team, so it should be a good day.
All right, well, you're looking good. Dirk, how you feeling? I like your eyes. It's like some kind of mysterious eyes going on. What's going on? How you feeling?
My eyes suck, but vision-wise, and they're not the prettiest. Maybe they have a nice little distinct glow sometimes in the light, but I'm very excited. Yesterday was it reminded me a little bit of when we kicked off the season with the shooting struggles and how everybody was playing. So I'm hoping that, these teams getting the repetitions on stage yesterday, now carrying over today, we see a little bit more of the better shooting. It created for some chaotic series, but in the worst way.
Yeah. Well, last night, night one, was great, but we got to move on to the day two. And like you said, you got to be locked in and determined because tonight it is going to be crazy. We get things started with round two of the upper bracket. Coming up, we got NetsGC versus Lakers Gaming on the main stage. Right now, Dribble Gods versus T-Wolves Gaming are underway as well. You can catch them over on Twitch Teams page at 6:45 p.m. Heat Check Gaming versus Magic Gaming. At Celtics Crossover Gaming versus Gen G Tigers. All right, once we get to 7:30 p.m., we will be living in the lower bracket. We have a bunch of teams awaiting the losers of our earlier matches at 7:30 p.m. We got Rim Runners versus the losers of Knicks versus Lakers. Then 76ers GC versus the losers of Dribble Gods and T-Wolves at 8:15. We will have Bucks Gaming versus the losers of either Heat or Magic. And then at 9 p.m., like we said, guys, we got a long night. Grid Gaming versus the losers of Celtics/Gen G. All right. Tonight will be very interesting. I'm telling you guys now, we get the chance to see the Lakers Gaming and Magic Gaming compete finally on the main stage for the first time this season, Harris. Fresh off of last night with other big news is the MVP race. Now, we caught up with both organizations to hear who they think will take away the award. Let's check it out.
If you ask me, I feel like I'm already the MVP. I think everything I did this year should it proved it.
He's definitely one of the best players in the league. I think I'm the best player in the world.
To win the MVP award, you have to not only be obviously the best player in your team, but help those around you improve.
He's helped his teammates rise to the occasion. I think our record speaks for itself. I don't need to plead his case. It shouldn't even be a conversation, to be honest. Me and Unguardable are definitely the top two MVP candidates, in my opinion. Going to Lakers game and then changing their season around, clearly what an MVP is. And they're just the best player in the league. Also, which is me. I was going head to head, winning that would definitely put one of us above the other.
We believe we're the better team, and that's really all it is.
We beat them in the slam, they beat us in the switch, and I wouldn't be surprised if we see them in the 2K League championship. That's going to be a crazy series if we play them again.
Whoever wins, I think that should be the MVP, and that'll really show who's the best player.
All right, so it'll be great to see how that all unfolds tonight. Now, JT, we've been giving a lot of props to the Lakers all season long, I think all week long. But let's talk about how you've been giving a lot of props to Orlando Magic. Whoa, 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 whoa. Now, who and what can Unguardable in this team do that other teams can't?
I feel like offensively, they're just that better team from top to bottom. Like Lakers I might give a small edge, a very small edge on the defensive side. But offensively, Unguardable, Jay Booden, Loki got like any of them can give you 15. I'm not high on crazy giving me 15, but that Magic Gaming team, look, they have 2 MVP finalists. So this is just a team offensively, and what's the best defense? A good offense. So I just think offensively, Magic Gaming, best team in the world, and I think they're going to show that this week.
All right, you said best team in the world. Okay, Orlando Magic. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Dirk, who else? I mean, who are you looking forward to tonight?
It's so catchy.
I know, right? You can't help but to sing it every time.
Well, we got to keep Kai in the mix, but this time switching it up, the opposition that we just saw. We had Unguardable in that graphic, but we got to talk about Greens and some of the battles that these guys had last year when Shifty Kai was on T-Wolves Gaming. A lot of back and forth between them. Arguably 2 of the best players that we had in the mode at the point guard position just last year, but this time it's a little bit different. Greens was that guy that we had projected to be in that MVP conversation. He failed to do that this year after NetsGC hit a big mid-season slump. It's just something to keep an eye out here. I said it yesterday. I'll still stick with it today. When it comes down to Lakers Gaming and Magic Gaming, I do not think that it's going to be smooth sailing right off the rip with them getting back in person and getting used to the shooting that we've seen people struggle with already. I see the first couple games maybe being a little bit shaky for some of the players on either of those teams, but just something to keep an eye out there too. We were writing NetsGC off. They looked awful coming into the playoffs. They got a big win yesterday, but this, you're facing the perennial #1 team that we have in 3 versus 3 currently. It's going to be a tall task.
Ooh, it's going to be a tall task for sure. Now, Harris, what else are you looking forward to tonight?
Oh, I'm really excited for the Celtics crossover Gen G Tigers game. These two teams are almost mirrored copies of each other. You have point guards in Gallo and Leche, two of the best three-point shooting guards in the league, averaging almost identical points per game. You go to Tazo and Lawrence, again, identical points per game, almost identical steals per game, and three-point percentage. Then you go to Jolo and Crizzy, both of them former three-stage players coming over to the league. They have identical stats this year. Their win percentage are third and fourth in the league. Their three-point percentages as a team are third and fourth in the league. You literally could not have created two teams that are more similar to go toe-to-toe. And one thing that we've also noted, they're both pretty quiet on stage. So I'm interested to see what's the emotional wherewithal going to be with those teams and how are they going to put the other team in a disadvantage when they're just so similar to themselves. Going to be a fascinating matchup. I think it goes 5.
Listen, they got to bring the energy tonight. JT, who else are you looking forward to tonight?
It has to be, like I said earlier, we lost 2 teams.
Yep.
But the community team still stand.
Yes.
Rim runners, dribble guys. Dribble guys have not won a series until yesterday against an NBA 2K League team. So for them to be 0-4, only win 3 out of 15 games total against 2K League teams coming into playoffs, they look like the heavy underdog. It looked like it should have been a series the Pistons run away with, but they came in person and got it done, so I can no longer give them any slack. So Kenny Zeus, JG, Virgil, my apologies. My apologies. Y'all are fine now. Y'all came and put them home. Y'all sent them packing. I can give y'all nothing but flowers. And then Rim Runners, they were a little shaky. Very shaky, to be honest. But they won that sweep in the lower bracket. But one thing about Knicks Gaming, phenomenal team.
Yeah.
Unless they play a community team for the money. That's when they're not so good. But nothing personal, just what y'all have shown me. Don't hurt me, please. Thank you.
All right. Well, listen, it's always so much fun talking NBA 2K League with you guys. I know tonight we're in for a special treat because don't sleep on those community teams. You just never know. You may be packing up and going home. All right, guys, we got a jam-packed night. That is it for the AT&T Game Day Show. I'm your girl, Miss Basketball, and I'm telling you guys, tonight, you want to go ahead and put on your seatbelt because it's about to get real, real spicy. Coming up later in the show, we got Harris. He's going to be roaming the sidelines again with his beautiful face. Then we got the beautiful Pika joining us on the show as well. And last, but certainly not least, we got the Autumn Johnson back on the desk. I'm telling you guys, when we come back, we got NetsGC versus Lakers Gaming and Dribble Guys versus T-Wolves Gaming. So don't go anywhere. This is a 3VP payoff. Let's go!
Fashionably late on purpose, all eyes on you. Fashionably late. You ain't up on the place, not all of the guys want you. Shut it down and knows how to move it, ain't checking what I'm gonna do. You know what I'm gonna do. We making a movie, the things you and I go through. Every time we link up, it's a roller coaster when we make love. Sometimes I don't really know where I have you. Feels like someday you can flip us. She the real thing, but she go hard and like Greenland. Church girl moving like a queen pen. Hey, yeah my thing, boo, no. Yeah my thing, boo. Yeah my thing, boo, no. Yeah my thing, boo. She said, let me know when you're ready for me. Ready for me, ready for me. She said, let me know when you're ready for me. Ready for me, ready for me. Yeah, baby, do you know if you're ready for me? Ready for me, ready for me. She said, let me know when you're ready for me. Ready for me, ready for me. Baby, do you know if you're ready for me? Ready for me, ready for me. She said, let me know when you're ready for me. Ready for me, ready for me. Yeah, yeah, my tango, no. Yeah, my tango. Yeah, my tango, no. Yeah, my tango. She said, let me know when you're ready for me. Ready for me, ready for me. She said, let me know when you're ready for me. Ready for me, ready for me. Yeah. Why you gotta be so cold sometimes, girl? Bam, bam, she wanna flip for the gram. Cause her baby sabe who I am, so she wanna do it all on care. Like, hold up, sabe how to pull up. Soon as we done, I'ma roll up. Full lines are better, I pull up. Papi te paga los biles, pero quiero todo lo tuyo. Prefieres hacerlo conmigo que siempre lo hacemos bien duro. I bought a Benz straight from the trap. I don't like paying no taxes. I don't need friends, solo na mami. Papi te enseño what raps is. Me and my chick, we got a chick. Yeah, we treat her like a pet. She keep it G, she keep it tranqui, but she be down with the set. Ay, me and my chick, we got a chick. Yeah, we treat her like a pet. Ay, EBK if you all in the way, you in the field with a vet. Ay, spam, bam, she wanna flick for the gram. Cause her baby sabe who I am, so she wanna do it all on care. Like, hold up, sabe how to pull up. Soon as we done, I'ma roll up. Full lines are better, I pull up. Ay, spam, bam, she wanna flick for the gram. Cause her baby sabe who I am, so she wanna do it all on care. Like, hold up.
I want to win it all this year, so I'm definitely coming in and looking to change it.
See, I think I'm the best player in the world.
Definitely trying to prove all the, teams who passed on me wrong. Every time I play, one of them is going to be personal.
I mean, they be asking, when you going to retire, bro? When y'all could beat me? So maybe never.
We're some of the best players in the world, and, we win a lot of games. I just want to be the best I could be.
Definitely to prove that I'm still one of the best. The last thing I have to win is a championship, so that's like my main goal.
Whoever wins, I think that should be the MVP. The final showdown.
Of Kenny Zeus.
Let's go! You are watching the NBA 2K League 3v3 playoffs presented by Google Pixel. We have our 2 games underway right now as we see behind us, Lakers, Nets about to take off, but we already have game 1 in the books between Dribble Gods and T-Wolves, and Dribble Gods took that one by storm. Let's take a look at that game winner, shall we?
All right. Nice win here for Dribble Gods, 21-14. I think we might have given a little bit too much hate to Kenny Zeus here, Dirk, because he's been a man possessed so far through the first 2 days of our playoffs.
It was justified. They didn't win a single game against 2K League teams up until this point. Of course, we have every single reason to write them off when they're going up against 2K League competition, haven't been able to do it. But this is a good sign of things to come. The one issue with Kenny Zeus from when he was in the NBA 2K League was consistency. He would have a crazy series. Then you would see an immediate drop-off, and then you wouldn't get another crazy series until, months down the line. Yesterday, averaged 10 points per game, comes out there in game 1, scores 15 points. I mean, that's all you could ask for from him.
15 buckets, and they now head into game 2. But we got to lock into what's about to go down on the stage between the Lakers and Nets. This is our first time getting a look at the Lakers in the playoffs. What can we expect from the number 1 seed?
Explosion.
Woo.
Absolute explosion on both ends of the floor. They force a ton of turnovers. They make a ton of threes. They play faster than everybody else. They play more physical than everybody else. They lead the league in box outs. They lead the league in forced turnovers. It is one of the best teams that we've ever had in 3v3. They've already opened up with a 3-0 lead as well. This NetsGC team cannot allow this Lakers gaming team to get a huge advantage up front. I'm excited to see how Lakers gaming get on with it.
Let's take a look at the starting lineups presented by Coinbase as that game gets underway. I'm excited to see Shifty Kai versus Greens, Steves versus Crazy. I got to go ahead and get to this game. Let's tap into it.
Yeah, it's already 3-3. It was Shifty Kai opening up the scoring. JT, we saw Crazy and VC doing a little pregame shoot around, and I'm not sure if they're taking it super serious, but the shooting percentage is off wide open. But people don't realize that they've never seen the NBA 2K League build before. Is all you're seeing is they have AI players who switch the matchups. They'll always be open because they're just kind of guarding each other. They were atrocious shooting percentages when they were wide open.
To be exact, YoBC 7 for 16 and Crazy 5 for 14. So yeah, it wasn't the best, but as I always say, scrims are scrims, games are games. And, coming out first play of the game, Kai Grants up to the top of the key.
Yeah, I mean, if there's anybody that we don't have to worry about, because we've seen it time and time again when we're in person, is that Shifty Kai is going to shoot the ball well. Our main question marks were VC and Crazy, and I think even flipping it back over to the Nets, they were playing one of our side stations. Now they're out here on the main stage for the first time so far here in the 3v3 playoffs.
I feel like the only person I'm truly worried about shooting-wise on Lakers gaming is Crazy.
Yeah.
I feel like VC, as we just seen, I'm not worried about him shooting-wise for the money when it matters. Crazy, I've always been worried about him offensively as a shooter. As a playmaker, fine. He gets his Jokic on. But shooting-wise, he gets his Tony Allen.
One thing I did note last night during my rewatch of the games is, the thing that makes Lakers gaming and Magic gaming so special is their ability to not create open shots, but to create wide open shots. And I think what we saw yesterday was a lot of these teams who just don't quite space the floor as well as Lakers Gaming or Magic Gaming. They got a lot of misses last night that were on opens instead of wide opens, a lot of small contested yellows, 1%, 2%, up to 6%. This Lakers Gaming team and Magic Gaming later tonight, they shoot wide open shots because they are such a great offense and space the floor so well. I don't think they'll have as many issues shooting the ball just because they usually have such easy shots to put in.
Nothing there as they get it back over to Kai. He's got Streets in front of him. Decides to go one-on-one. The scooper from distance drops right over top of Steve.
Scoop. We'll see. LBC, he greened his first three. Crazy missed his, and Kai, oh my. And Kai greened his. So 2 of 3 Lakers Gaming players greened their first 3. Crazy smoked his.
Do you think this matchup's going to be a boom or doom?
Boom or doom?
Big boom.
We'll see how it will. I always like to bring up TikTok trends. I like to really see how you guys For You pages look like because everybody's is so different.
Yeah, I'm not going to lie. You kind of missed me with that trend there.
Mine is all inspirational stuff.
For Costco guys.
I'm like an Inky Johnson and people like that.
You like the inspirational quotes get you out of bed in the morning?
No, because I don't open TikTok. TikTok.
Ooh, that's crazy.
See? Well,
shot drops there for Crazy. Well, people don't see. So from the point of view that the stream is seeing, they're looking at Green's point of view. We get the courtesy live in person of seeing Yo VC. He has the stamina bar so high that it's like right above the rim, which I've never seen somebody actually use before. That's what a shot there from Greens to pull him to within 1.
He said, I'm here. Not tonight. He was for a little bit.
I like how the Nets are playing right now. Lakers Gaming coming out, making a ton of threes already, but NetsGC sticking with them. That's their first big miss of the game.
Those are shots that you have to have. Keep an eye. I think on the podcast, I was literally just saying, keep an eye on the wide open shots that VC and Crazy take. There might have been another matchup, but just look at them and see how people convert on the other side off of some of those misses. As there is a foul coming up for Steve. Actually, I think it was the Celtics matchup is what I was talking about.
The one thing that I think has become key this year in 3v3 is the ability to take advantage of the other team's mistakes. You have to punish them when they miss wide open threes, when they turn the ball over. Nobody does that better than Lakers Gaming and Magic Gaming. You just have to play such a fine margin of basketball in order to get past them. Even the littlest of mistake is going to turn into a transition bucket or an easy odd man situation on the other end in the half court. It's just so hard to beat these teams because they will exploit all the weaknesses that you have. The way that you beat them is what the Nets are doing right now. Keep the tempo slow, keep it in the half court, get into your options, get into your offense, and kind of keep it more game plan-y versus that transition that the Lakers love to be in. Just like that, get Green's open looks off of design plays, and you'll have a better chance of winning.
And that's why I'm shocked it's a tight game. Crazy's 1 for 4 right now. He's missed 3 wide open threes. Not like, oh, it's a 50-50, it's a yellow. No, he's missed 3 wide open threes, and it's a tight game.
That's the game plan. If there's anybody that you're going to have to sag off of on this team in order to play real defense on the other two, it's going to be Crazy. He was the guy that we saw during the switch open that teams were starting to let shoot because they knew that was their only chance. We'll see if it can keep up here for the Nets.
Crazy does have the takeover. Opted to go with the playmaking, so team ratings boost activated for Lakers Gaming here as well as Green. Doing a good job of dicing through Kai. Scoops that one up and in as we find ourselves at 15-15.
Was Crazy... The crazy start for that Lakers Gaming team last year that made that run through the switch with Duck. Yeah, obviously they had Trelly in there. They had Green too nice. He played every 3v3 game, but I forget who their third was. Because I was just about to say, if that's the case, it might actually be the first time we've seen Crazy have to shoot the ball on stage. Usually he's been playing center.
Crazy, yeah, Crazy.
Kai will take the 3 from the corner. He's going to connect the 29%.
Oh, that's a game changer right there.
I was about to say that's a bad shot, but he knocked it down, 29%.
Are there bad shots for Shifty Kai?
Okay, Harris, put it away.
Greens with the fade trying to respond, and he does.
Are there bad shots for Greens?
No. I would say no. Not when they have badge.
That's terrible, though. Like that's probably the biggest,
this is an air ball.
That's a bad shot.
I called it open. No, it's open. It's open. It's not a bad shot. It's open. He just got sped up.
Greens will hit the stop and go before going back over to Steez. Now back over to Greens.
Lakers scrambling a little bit here.
Steez goes down low, wide open. Streets to put it away in game 1. And Brooklyn strike first on the back of 14 points. Coming out from Greens, a perfect 4-4 from behind the arc.
That is how you beat Lakers Gaming. You have to outshoot them from behind the arc and hope that they miss their opens in the corner. 4 of 9 from 3 for the Lakers is not good enough. 5 of 6 for NetsGC. That's just what the doctor ordered.
Well, shout out to the Nets for getting game 1 over the Lakers, the #1 seed in threes. Let's take a look at game 2 going down between T-Wolves and Dribble Gods. As we saw in game 1, Dribble Gods got the best of that one.
Yeah, stunning result there in that game #1. Dribble Gods came on top with the victory. 7-5 in this one, and Iggymo already with the takeover, despite not even being that deep into the ball game so far. That tells me that he's doing some nasty stuff defensively here for T-Wolves Gaming as they're up by 4.
Ooh, I thought that was a steal.
And Tutok was just waiting down in the paint. They didn't go over towards the corner. It's going to be very interesting going back and dissecting that game #1 to see how everything ended up playing out.
Yeah, for Greens, I mean, just looking at his box score here, 4-4 from 3 in a big spot on stage as Iggymo knocks down a 3 of his own with Badge. That's the Greens that we saw last year. In the biggest of games when they needed him most, he puts on the cape and he gets it done. We just haven't seen it consistently enough from Greens. But if he can keep it up against the Lakers and keep that, that we called him generational last year, JT, and he still has that talent in him. It just has to come out now.
Yeah, he's actually been so one of our, I want to say, bottom 3rd shooting point guards in the league this season. That's been his only problem. He knows how to get open. He just doesn't know how to finish the possession. But I feel like after the bad, hump they went through, after trying that inside, he's really started to pick it up and find his shot and shoot at a much more efficient rate.
Statistically, last year, one of the best point guards in the league on open threes. This year, he's dropped to the middle of the pack. I don't know if it's regression to the mean or if that's just an anomaly. We'll see. This week is really going to tell us where he is.
Yeah, because even with no pop, with a pop, he was bottom 7 through the first 3-4 weeks shooting wise. He would get open. He knew how to really get open, but he would smoke it.
It's always a good sign. You come on that very first game. Of course, you played on the side station before. Now down here on the main stage, and you shoot perfect from behind the arc. Here in this one, 14-11 as Kenny Zeus works behind the arc, trying to find some space here. Forces down to Baby Virgil. Bear to Beast able to knock it away before going back out to Kenny. And now the shot clock continuing to wind down. Ball slapped away. Somebody's just got to put something up, and they cannot. The defensive rotations fluid there from T-Wolves Gaming.
Dribble Gods got lucky there, man. They should have turned that ball over twice. Bear baited Kenny Zeus into about 2 terrible passes there.
But when he went middle, there wasn't really a big, Duke has to shoot something.
Yeah,
mid, 3, he has to shoot something. He came across that middle. There was no T-Wolves defender in sight. He did nothing and threw a slip anyway into a double team. Duke has to shoot the ball there.
You don't have to call him Duke anymore.
It's just
he's been in the league for 3 years.
It's tough. Sorry.
You want me to call you Fresh Prince again? You want to go back to that?
I mean, hey, as long as you don't get in trouble, go ahead, because that dude's a legend.
You can head to twitch.tv/team/NBA2K League, of course, if you want to lock into that Dribble Gods and T-Wolves Gaming series as we have game 2 underway here on the main stage. If you're just tuning in, it was NetsGC able to steal game #1 from what has been the unanimous best 3 versus 3 team that we might have had all time in terms of their regular season run. It's been a clinic from Lakers Gaming all the way up to the switch. Finally, we ended up seeing them losing. Big questions of how they would bounce back here in the playoffs. So far, NetsGC trying to spoil the party.
I liked how Kai played in that first game. I thought he was aggressive. I thought he was trying to get to his spots. What I didn't really love was the Lakers Gaming defense. I thought that they gave up too many wide open shots. They gave up too many easy possessions for the Nets as Kai is cooking right now. That was a great move and a great shot. This is really going to be Greens versus Kai, JT, like we talked about in the pregame show. So far, it's living up to the billing.
Do you think in that game 1, just having that opportunity to play in round 1 for the Nets gave them an advantage edge for that game 1?
Maybe. I think it's hard to say just because of how good the Lakers are. I don't think it hurt the Nets at all to come in and kind of know where they're at. However, we should mention that NetsGC was not on this stage yesterday. We had them upstairs. It's just a little bit different.
Well, a lot of talk about Greens. We had mentioned the lineup change that they had made with going to an inside, but since then they have gone back to the pop. We were able to catch up with Greens to talk about the starting lineup and how it hasn't changed since.
Come in, we have the same approach that we did last year. We gotta just play for each other, make shots, play defense, and that's kind of the same approach we had last year. We come in this year, we're like one of the few teams that never switched their lineup in 2 years in threes. So I feel like our chemistry is like a match on the court and off the court. I feel like there's strides that I'm making in becoming a better teammate and just like a better person off the court. I feel like my intangibles have gotten better. You know, when you go in the league at a young age, you're kind of forced to like grow up. So just making sure I take care of my body, I eat right, I sleep right. I feel like that translates on the court. It makes you just feel like a better person.
Hey, JT, we've never seen a change in personnel from NetsGC. We did see that archetype change. It went to an inside. We were all very, very confused because I think we kind of just knew that was not the answer. For a poor shooting team is to do that, but since they've gone back to the pop, of course, it hasn't been the greatest of runs, but it's a sign of promise here to kick off the playoffs.
It's just like when something is broke, fix it. When it's not broke, leave it the hell alone. And it wasn't broken, they broke it anyway. It was perfectly fine sitting on the shelf, nice and cute, third place, and they smacked it right up.
It was a panic move. They panicked.
But what panic? Top 3. What's the panic about?
I agree with you. They panicked and they made a bad move. By the way, T-Wolves just got it done on a 2-top midi.
Like, sure, Baby Virgil had all 10 of the points for Dribble Gods. Nobody else registered one there. So, rough game coming out there for the Dribble Gods.
22-10? Oh, I thought it was 22-19.
I think I saw a quick peek at the box score. I could be entirely wrong. It's very hard to see within a small screen, but.
But like I said, they are finding their motion again. Like, they do have a team that haven't made any differences. Like, even looking at their off-season moves, I knew them acquiring Reed, them acquiring Walnut. Their lineup would not change because those 2 players aren't 3 players.
So we got 10-10 here in game number 2. As Kai's getting bumped around streets, almost able to get the steal there.
Nets defense is starting to sink their teeth into this game. Lakers had a lead. They were starting to force shots like that.
It was open, but it was a miss. Crazy goes back up with it. Steve's playing enough defense there on the back end. As now there's going to be a foul called, so shot clock will go back to 14. And it will be LA able to get things set back up. So with VC, puts the ball down on the floor for a moment. Now they go over to Kai and got right by Streets, but passed out of it. 5 seconds down on the shot clock. Got to get something up here. It's crazy on the pop out. Steez is there for the contest, though.
Wow, what a
and
rebound.
OVC with the rebound. Kai won't take the shot, but the jump from Streets actually puts him right back into play. The crossover move. The kick out to Crazy. The three from the corner. It's money.
That rebound from YoVC was so high level. His experience as a center tells him, I know which direction the shot is going. I'm going over to that side. He gets the perfect spot and gets that rebound. I really like that from VC. Kept the possession alive, earned them an extra 3 points.
Man, but it's just those possessions. You're that locked on defense. You have to get a body on him. You have to really make it a priority to box out. Like, boxing out is like you said, I will say, being a big Chuck, I kind of can look at the ball and tell you where it's going, if it's off. But it's just like, so I commend VC for doing that, but it's just like, that box out was game changing, or that rebound was game changing.
By the way, a correction from that Dribble God series. This could be because my eyes aren't very good, or a mixture if they don't show the box score long enough after the game. It was actually 22-19.
I was right.
It was Baby Virgil with 10 points. King Zeus had 9.
My
It
eyes
was like,
worked.
to me, the double zeros that were popping up there. So
Dude, they're hooping. Like Dribble Gods are hooping. I can take nothing from them no more. They're hooping. But I said that. I said that going like the last week. I'm like, watch. They want nothing. They're going to come here and watch they actually start to win something.
That's a really tough miss there for VC. Those are the big momentum shots that can change series. Streets just missed the other one at the other end.
Yeah, that's the game completer.
You can't bail them out. You can't bail out Lakers gaming when they miss shots like that.
I think what you're going to see more of, which we already see it enough, is people calling in the sharpshooting takeover. I think that with the shooting struggles that people are having so far here in the playoffs, I think we're going to see that badge popped a lot more. Maybe sacrifice not putting the playmaking out there as much.
Yeah, I think you're right. You know, the playmaking was great when we were remote. And, we saw a little bit more ball movement. But so far, we've seen a lot of ISO. We've seen a lot of catch and shoot opportunities for guys. I agree. I think that sharpshooter badge is going to be blazing all week. Oh, that's a bad pass.
Game 3 is underway between Dribble Gods and the T-Wolves. You can head to twitch.tv/team/NBA2K League to catch that Game 3 series tied up 1-1, and a complete sellout there out of the corner leaves Steez wide open as he drills it.
This Lakers gaming defense has been scrambling for 2 straight games so far. They look way out of sorts, and it's fair to them. We haven't seen them play for about 2 weeks now. We haven't seen them play since Championship Saturday during the switch, so it's been a while for them. They're a little bit out of sorts. I don't know. They got to get their defense back in line.
A little bit too much swinging.
Trying to do too much.
Overstepping just a little bit. Kai and Crazy with the sharpshooting takes. Steve's able to knock the ball away. Gets a clean pluck out of there from Kai. And it's Streaks out there on the break. Gets one player up in the air. Will dribble it back out.
Smart.
And now the Nets can slow things down despite trying to force it.
I don't think he was going to get that layup.
I think he had a stand on.
Honestly, down 17-15, this is probably the most important possession of the game for Brooklyn. You have to get a bucket here. You miss and they get a 3 on the other end. This game is basically over. I like going a little bit more patient with it.
Quick passes to break this press coming out from Brooklyn. It's with Greens down the streets, and there we go. A complete wide open opening there for him. 17-17 now.
I feel like Kai's being really, like he has times where like that last slip he hit, the last possession, he came off and he had the open space across the top of the key, and he still hit the slip. Like he's passing up on things he usually takes.
These kind of possessions are where Lakers gaming have been dominating this year. These clutch, big defensive possessions in the half court. Let's see if they still have the magic to them.
VC playing very aggressive, almost got put on the hip there. Greens trying to dance around Crazy, now switched into it. Will jump out of it. Streaks has to get something up. Greens has to put it up.
That's a big rebound,
Steves with a massive offensive board. Streaks will get it. They'll go back to Greens with 10 seconds on the shot clock. Steves wide open. Steves wide open to put him at 20. Oh, high arcing it off.
My soul.
Heartbreaker.
That one hurt my soul.
Heartbreaker.
My spirit is broken.
Oh, I know he's stunned.
No gold at the end of that rainbow there for Steve as they go down to Crazy. And that is the ball game. Lakers gaming able to bounce back there in game 2 to tie things up at 1 apiece.
Heartbreaker. My heart. Mi corazón. My heart.
That Lakers gaming, I figured it was going to take them a couple of games, maybe 1 or 2 to get into it. That was the game for NetsGC to take control of this series. 2-0 over this team that's still trying to figure out their defense. Way different situation than 1-1. But if you're Brooklyn, I still like how they've been playing defensively. They're forcing the Lakers into tough shots. They're not giving them anything easy. If they can go back to being more consistent with their three-point shooting, it's going to be a great series. But we've been saying that about Brooklyn all year.
Well, game 3, we'll get that one shortly, but let's head over to Dribble Gods and T-Wolves, who are in their game 3.
Something we saw yesterday that made the T-Wolves so great in the press break with that man bare to beast. You saw how the play just was able to form off of that. Speak to that, JT. With a lot of teams, right, always trying to go with the press. You don't see a lot of lockdowns really bring the ball up and then attack immediately. We see them bring it up and then go for a reset. Bare to beast was very aggressive. I think it kind of caught the Bucks off guard.
And that's what makes a team very hard to stop. Like, it's so many teams that just are too reliant on their point guard. And the T-Wolves have a point guard on lock, a veteran point guard on lock. So he can see everything. He's an extra set of eyes because he's stationary in the corner. He's not usually in the offense. So with him being in the corner and really reading how they shift, how they play when balls are at different spots on the court, because they're extra point guard line 1.
Bye-bye. Wow.
Bye-bye.
The craziest sequence. I mean, they leave Tutak wide open. They get the steal there. They close out the game. But, I mean, that is going to be
side of things. Watch what sides you see Bear and Tutak take up when they're trying to break the pass. Bear has been heavy on the left side, trying to get down that left lane. Tutak loves to build the offense from the right side wing, get to that corner, use that right-handed dribble to get to the center of the court, and they just use that left side press to really open it up. You saw Tutak yesterday. Once they got that press break down against Milwaukee, they had no answers for him. It was really, really fascinating.
Point guard 1-on-1. It's just really knowing how teams guard where the ball is, but I feel like it also plays a part of where Tutak is comfortable at. He's probably more comfortable on the right side.
Oh, yeah, he's always been more comfortable on the right side.
But they also had to probably also tie in that when we bring it up here, their shifts are more exposable bringing it up on the left than it is on the right.
Yeah.
Well, 2K fam, this season, Michelob Ultra is connecting fans to your favorite 2K League teams like we've never done before in a brand new content series, NBA 2K League Superior Access, presented by Michelob Ultra. What is NetsGC up to when they're hanging out off those sticks? Let's find out.
What's going on, folks?
Hello.
I'm good.
We were talking about earlier, Ty.
Name the rankings right now.
Okay, it's Reed, you.
No, it's not. What's the rankings? You're 5th on the team now, right?
5th on what?
For ping pong
Ping pong?
rankings.
No, I'm 3rd.
What?
Not
Third.
Kurt's 3rd. Kurt's not 3rd. He has not played. He's been inactive.
Kurt, are you better than Walnut? Yes. There you go.
But he's been ducking. Listen, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I test. It goes. In my opinion, it goes Reed, Steez. It goes Reed, Steez, Kurt, Streets, you. Not me, you.
Well, I've been locked on 3s. You've been locked on ping pong.
Ooh.
I'm talking about you, Darren.
Oh. Are you guys actually gonna play, or is it just gonna be? I want to see some blood draw. Yeah, you guys are just.
All right, let's actually play then.
All right, we can play.
I mean, Sean, how do you think that you're higher ranking than me right now? So I beat you back-to-back championship.
I literally wasn't even
Let
trying.
me win.
Forgot I'm not playing.
No, too hard.
7s.
Yeah.
I need some more. What? I beat him more than he's beaten me by a lot, and I've won championships.
No, he made up
Back-to-back championships.
Let's get ready to have a meeting for the week.
Well, NetsGC plays ping pong. They are down 10-0 to Lakers Gaming. Maybe the time should be invested on the sticks.
Oh, no.
I feel like that's mean. You need to have some fun that's off the game to be able to keep your sanity during the season.
I mean, you don't acquire one by one and not expect to have a little bit of fun inside that locker. It's gonna keep it light.
So I always view it so crazy to look at him now. Like I first started playing with him back in 2K14. He was a freshman in high school. Okay. And he would always come in the party being a DJ. His DJ wall, like just so energetic. Like, and it's like looking at him now, that was 10 years ago. It's like he grown man now, you know?
Yeah, look at that.
I'm old.
Back in your day, huh?
Okay.
Back in my day.
Who was the cover 14? That was when they went to next year, so it was LeBron, right? Was that 14?
13 was Paul George, right?
No, 14 next year. 14 next year.
Yes, that was LeBron. When they debuted the commercial of his character speaking to him, and everyone was like, "That's right, I remember that."
This is a flood. Like this is why last game was so important, and that missed corner 3 by Steve's mattered. Because you go up 2-0, Lakers right now rattled. They escaped. Now they're free now.
I said it yesterday on the broadcast that my new mentality when it comes to 3v3 is this. When a team shows you who they are, they never really change. And right now, this game is what we have seen at a NetsGC all year. Good enough defense, bad shot making, and then they just get flooded after missing too many threes in a row. I think they've missed 3 wide open threes already to start this game. It's new day, same story for Brooklyn. They got to get this 3-point shooting down. Or if the threes aren't there, try to get into the pick and roll, get some twos, get some turnovers, get out on the break. But the half-court threes just have not been working for them this year. And it's unfortunate because they have 3 guys who are usually pretty good shooters. But if it's not working, it's not working.
That quote sounded a lot like one of my favorite quotes about life. When people show you who they are, please believe them.
Yeah, please believe them.
them.
That's about right.
Well, let's jump into our first listen of the night, this time with Lakers Gaming.
I'm good.
Gonna jump.
No way.
He gonna jump. He gonna jump.
Just get the
Come
switch
on.
and cook him.
Come on. Come on. Oh, 3s. Come on, money lock.
Where's Tyreek? Where's
Come on, money
Tyreek?
lock.
Whoa.
We're Reek.
No 3.
We're Reek.
Come on, money lock. Come on, money lock.
Man,
You good?
this
You
nigga
good?
should be
You gonna get one.
ribs.
You gonna get one. Don't worry about it.
With him left going on.
He's a dribble.
No.
I know.
Him cheating. Give me that, boy. Hey! Watch it.
I'll get you one.
You play D, you get the bucket. You play D, you get the bucket. Come on, boy.
Oh, my.
Tens.
Let me get there.
You got
Get there.
bait.
Get there. Get there.
Yeah. He ain't gonna throw it again.
Boy, this nigga.
Good. I'm good. He was foul.
He was foul. Nigga, he was foul with him. Oh my God. He was foul with him. Oh my.
Yeah. Okay. Watch it. Come on.
Hit him. Go.
So give you free work. It's MVP word. They ain't playing no D. They ain't playing no D.
word. You
Come on,
MVP for a reason.
Come on,
boy.
fellas.
I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. I'm good.
Don't let them get no shot. No threes. Three. Just no threes. Just no three. Everybody stay out. Come on. In these. In them.
Sarko. No. Come on. Sarko. Play.
I got him. Let him work him. Let him work him. Y'all be ready.
Good call. Good call. Good call. Good call.
You know he's gonna drop. You know he's gonna drop. You good. You good. You
That's
good.
bad. That's I know that's for game now. Hot shit. Shit.
No three.
No three. As long as they don't get no three. Take it. Take it. Good. Oh,
he missed. Got streets. No.
That's hey, he missed. Oh my God.
Come on.
Yeah. Come on. I'm gonna take it.
I'm gonna come up and Chaka, get him out of here. Get him out of here. You that boy. You that boy.
Well, that is how everything closes out there for LA in that game. Number 3, they now are up 2-1. Started to find the rhythm. Stature so far. They had that slow start in game 1, been able to bounce back, get 2 in a row, and now seem to be in cruise control.
Yeah, I mean, this is what we've seen out of Lakers gaming all year. Just destructive defense, great shot making, and Shifty Kai just going, hey, you know what? I'll take it from here, Jets. How about 17 points, 1 turnover? Sit there. Hold that.
And we are over here at T-Wolves Gaming. Dribble Gods here just 2 points away from closing out the series here in game 4. So it's heroic effort coming out from our community side in that game number 1 to steal it, but it could be 3 in a row for T-Wolves Gaming. And of course, it's Tutak in the mid-range. All 21 points in the closeout there for the rookie T-Wolves Gaming. They advance on forward.
This gets sick.
Tutak showing out 21 buckets to get the dub. We're going to head to a quick break, and we'll be back with more action.
Si le digo que haces y la copy. Ábreme la ventana para ventilar este humo. No way, Mr. Officer. Soy un trapstar, so you know. Fumo, bebo, vendo. ¿Qué le digo? You know where I'ma send you. Spam, bam, she wanna flip for the gram. Plus, her baby sabe who I am, so she wanna do it all on cam. Like, hold up, sabe how to hold a pull up. Soon as we done, I'ma roll up. Full lines of better, I pull up. La verdad que yo supe que iba a alcanzar todos mis sueños. Era un muchachito insoportable, nunca le he hecho caso a los dueños. Nah, no fue necesario. Yo siempre he sido el líder.
Say I'm as cold-hearted as they come. You think I'm slowly? No, cutting my ties with you, that I'm done. But I'm not done with you. But I'm not done with you. Gonna call you up in the name of love. Gonna call you up and tell you that I'm not giving up in the name of love. I'm not giving up to get on you. In the name of love, in the name of love. In the name of love, in the name of love. You think you know me? Say I'm as cold-hearted as they come. You think I'm slowly cutting my ties with you, that I'm done. Here's what you don't know. Feelings, they grow slow. I've just been caring for mine. Now I can feel it. Now I believe it. Baby, tonight is the night. I'm gonna call you up in the name of love. I'm gonna call you up and tell you that I'm not giving up. In the name of love, I'm not giving up yet on you. In the name of love, in the name of love. In the name of love, in the name of love. You think it's easy, yeah. Falling in love, well, maybe for you. I think it's crazy, oh no. But I'll be damned if I'm not a fool. Here's what you don't know. Feelings, they go slow. I've just been caring for mine. Now I can feel it. Now I believe it. Baby, tonight is the night. In the name of love, in the name of love.
like to be on a team like this that just can't seem to lose?
It feels good, especially playing with, me and Crazy was in the same draft pool. He was number 1 pick. I was the 3rd pick, and especially playing with Kyle, who always been known as a MVP runner-up, It felt great, honestly. We had a great start in the Slam Man, won it, switched. We came up short top 3, but we didn't let that thrill on us. We knew, eventually we would have to face adversity, and then now in the playoffs, we ain't playing weak. Sorry for game 1. We was trying to make it sweet, but it feels great, though, especially with the guys. I know they trust me a lot, helped me improve my shooting, and just feel real good, man. Feel good to win, man. Can't wait to play the T-Wolves. They've been talking a lot of junk. The series 1-1. The story behind that, so stay tuned.
I heard during the listen and you were getting called the Money Lock. Is that a new thing or is that an old nickname for you?
That's an old nickname for me, man. Back then when I used to play lock, man, my boy Charlie B, man, who I used to always play with, he used to always call me the Money Lock, man. Every time you need a money stop, he'd be like, don't worry, man. Guns got you. And my for your VC, he'd be like, you got me, man. And I always do, man.
Last question for you. Like you said, you got T-Wolves Gaming coming up next. Tutok has been great so far through the first 2 rounds. What are you kind of changing for your game plan going into the game tomorrow?
I feel like against the T-Wolves, we just got to watch out for their defense. They came out with a great defensive scheme against us against the switch, and we wasn't ready to adjust for that, I'll be honest. So I feel like now, when we watch the film and prep for it, it will be way easier to beat them.
Yo, VC of Lakers Gaming, the Money Lock. We'll see them tomorrow, our number 1 seed.
I can't wait for that battle. T-Wolves, Lakers, grab your popcorn, grab your snacks. It's going to be Showtime basketball when Lakers take on the floor and see what T-Wolves can do as well. But we got It's Pika in the building. I warned y'all. I told y'all she is on the desk with us. What's going on, Pika?
Oh man, I'm just excited to be here. First time in person this year. Nice to see you guys again.
It's always great seeing you. I mean, it's nothing like in-person play. The stars are in the building as we see. It's Pika is here. But I mean, 3v3 playoff action going down. What's excited you the most about all of this?
I love playing the 3s. So just watching pros do it, it's different. I mean, everybody's so good. It's just hard to know who's going to win.
It's tough. There's so many great teams, parity across the board. So we're going to lock into these games and just kind of tap in, chill with you, talk to you. We got the guys as well, Dirk and JT, Harris roaming the sidelines now, but excited to catch up with Pika. It's been a minute.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know how I feel about this. I got a Lakers fan here, Lakers fan here. You got Lakers and Celtics kind of pinned in.
You are.
I don't like it because they have full belief that they will beat the Nuggets tonight, which come on,
it's going to happen.
Come on, guys.
I mean, Lakers in 6, right? Right, JT?
100%. 100%. Who room are we going to after the show? I can't wait to yell in y'all ear for 2 hours.
Oh, yeah.
I can't wait. Who? Just tell me the room number. I'm going to be there. Just tell me the room number. I'm going to be there.
I wish the confidence that they had in LA to be able to take that serious, the confidence I had in myself. I'd be achieving great things in this world if that was the case.
My confidence way higher. I'm a damn dog.
Well, we got 17 to 15 here in this one. It was Gen G. They had a nice lead. The Celtics have been able to battle back, though, in the game. There's been a lot of missed shots from Tazo, some coming over here from Crizzy as well.
Wait. I started talking about Lakers. It was 15-11. It's 17-15.
That's how quickly things can change here in 3v3.
Now it's 19-15. All right, bro. I'm not talking about them no more.
Well, this is just game number 1 over on our side stage as Gen G look to try to battle back in this one. Gallo with the takeover as where Tazo maybe has been struggling with the shooting. The defense definitely does make up for it time and time again as Gallo on the inside throws that one down. That'll pull to within 2.
Yeah, need to stop anyway. 100%. Need to stop anyway.
We do have things getting set up over on the main stage too. We'll get to see the debut of Magic Gaming on stage as Celtics crossover gaming do secure game number 1, 21-17.
To go down on the stage between Magic and Heat. South Florida showdown, that is. But until we get to it, let's take a little break and we'll be right back.
Looking back.